from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Alrighty, welcome to the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita, and this is our special movement coverage episode where we take our time and go through everything that we have recorded, the parties that we went to, and just bring you highlights from everything that we kind of did over the festival weekend. So, hey, once again, Techno Christmas has come and gone. And the world definitely showed up as they always do. And they came to experience the birthplace of techno right here in Detroit. As we all danced into the wee hours of the morning, made some new friends on the dance floor, got a few phone calls, had a few drinks, had some awesome meals together, and most of all, enjoyed some technolicious music. The speakers were on super bang, just the way we like them. So the In My House Techno Music Show crew, we were out and about capturing the moments. And for many of the events that we went to, we hung out, we took pictures, we danced. It was just like extremely so much fun. So our festivities began at the airport when I picked up Nino from Vienna on Tuesday. And this was his wish. For 30 years, he has been trying to come to Detroit. So guess what? Mission accomplished. He came this year and he had a ball. So we picked him up from the airport. Then we went and hung out somewhere in Detroit with DJ Mako, where Nino blessed us both with some fresh pressed vinyl. And then the next day, we were off to the Motown Museum. We had drinks at the Congregation. We hung out at Submerge. We ate some good food at Hopcat. And let me tell y'all something. If you have never been to Hopcat, you need to go there because they have the best french fries and they got the best Jamaican ginger beer. I'm telling you, shout out to Hopcat for those french fries, for real. So as we move across the city, we popped into parties and after parties and we danced from the sundown to sunup, where we most of the time did not have any cameras because we wanted to really immerse ourselves and enjoy the technolicious bang that was coming out of those speakers. So a lot of this stuff we just, hey, it's committed to memory, so we got as much of it as we possibly could. Downtown Detroit, totally exciting. This year the festival and Grand Prix were set up, so it's a wee bit challenging for visitors to move around downtown. They weren't used to all of that. But, you know, Uber and Lyft, e-scooters handled it pretty good. And those that live here, we know how to navigate around our city. So we parked where we needed to park. We moved around the way we always do when there's construction. We're used to it. So the In My House Techno Music Show, we kicked it off with the Memorial Day weekend with our annual 2 turntables and a mixer. Our 5-hour live stream right here in my own backyard. Big hugs and loves to Dan Gamanuel from London, Nino from Vienna, Drivetrain from Soiree Records, DJ Nitro, and DJ Right Now, who are from Detroit, for bringing proper music. Everybody that came through enjoyed it. We had a great time. My Trailblazer family, Class 83, Detroit Central, thank you for showing up. Crystal, Lisa, yay! And my neighbors, they were on the porch. Some even came in the backyard. I met some new neighbors, and they were so happy about the music. It was great. We had a few technical difficulties, and some of you made it very well known on Facebook. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Fix the sound. Well, we did the best that we could with what we had. I learned a lot. It's always a learning experience when you do these things. And all I can do is just, work towards making things better and flawless in the future. But, in the famous words of the late George Carlin, more stuff. Yes, I'll be buying more stuff so I can be better for next year. Oh, well, enough dialogue from me. Let's go to the highlights featuring interviews at Submerge, our movement festival, and the Sun Up to Sundown party Ayana and I went to at Bert's Warehouse, hosted by Damon Bradley, aka Techno Fist Productions. that welcome DJs from all over the world, including our very new friends we met on the steps of Submerge that same day we got invited to the party. DJ Yvonne and Horns from Copenhagen, Denmark. Love you guys so very much. And to my son, Jonathan, for hanging out with me and being my photographer on the festival grounds. So until Movement 2024, we hope you enjoy these highlights. And in the meantime, get your butts on the dance floor any and every opportunity that you can. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. Now let's get to the highlights from the Memorial Day weekend events. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. that I'll never play. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, and we are in the Submerge, the center of Detroit Techno with who?
Limited Network.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We'll be right back with interviews with people that we met while we were at Submerge. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, where the true stories are told and great music is played. And this is our Movement 2023 coverage episode. Hope you have enjoyed the photos so far.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Chabris wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
And remember, stay safe, save time, make your appointments and payments online.
This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. It is officially Techno Christmas, and we are down at Submerge, the center of Detroit Techno. We are in the record shop, just kind of hanging out today, talking to people, seeing where they're from, and you never know who might stop in. What's your name?
Andre.
Andre, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy, do or die.
He said, Bed-Stuy, do or die. So what brings you to Detroit?
Yeah, I'm out here with Max Watts, B-Rod, aka Brian, and Adler, Sugar. Just out here getting some good music and talk to people, seeing Detroit for what it really is. You know, I got here on Tuesday, 2 days early before, Techno Christmas, and got to really see the appreciation for the city and how much people are really building up here. I really like it.
So is this your first time in Detroit during Techno Christmas?
Yes, first time in Detroit and first time during Techno Christmas. So
Wow, you getting a big bang for the buck, huh?
yeah, I really am. I was like, I gotta come out here. There's so much going on. Every time people come out to Detroit, they're like, you gotta go to Detroit. You gotta go to Detroit. I'm like, okay, I'll go to Detroit. Now I'm here.
So do you DJ or do you produce music?
Yeah, I DJ under DJ Linda. The reason behind that name is my grandma. She's a very feisty and aggressive, and just a very energetic person. And, I took that name, but yeah, I DJ under DJ Linda and produce music as well.
Awesome. Well, you enjoy your stay in Detroit and hope you find some good finds here.
Oh, I definitely did. I definitely cleared out threads. I went through it 3 times, so pretty sure I got some really great records. I have a case already full. Too much.
Did you drive in?
No, I flew in.
You gonna have to send that box back home, huh?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get it through.
You will.
Yeah.
Y'all make magic with them records. All right, this T. Carlita and hanging out with DJ Linda from Bed-Stuy, Do or Die. That's what he says. Enjoy and welcome to Detroit.
Thank you so much.
All right. So I'm hanging out with a bunch of people. We're just seeing who's in town and who's hanging out with us for Techno Christmas. And who do we have here?
This is the Limited Network crew, based out of Hamtramck. Not far from here. We're about 5 minutes down the road, but we got our record label, Limited Network. Expect some new records. We got one. This is LN07 Small Axe EP, dedicated to my grandfather on the back. It's a hand stamp. We made our own stamps. We're on the wall. We just signed with Submerge, so expect a lot of more records about funky electro stuff is what we specialize. We got a Santiago Salazar EP coming as well. So, and this is the crew. Yeah.
So let's see. What's your name?
Max Watts is my name. Yes.
Max?
I'm B-Rod.
B-Run?
I'm Sugar.
And DJ Linda again.
And we got Linda. See, we didn't know he was part of a crew. Hey, you left that out. So listen, we're gonna give this a plug here. So hand stamped, dedicated to the grandfather, just signed with Submerge. Y'all better get with it, because if Submerge signed y'all, woo-wee.
We're serious, man.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So do you have an Instagram, Facebook? What you got? Come on up here and talk to Mike.
You can follow us at Limited Network on Instagram, Facebook, Limited Network, YouTube, Limited Network, submerge.com/shop. You'll find us there.
Limited Network Recordings at gmail.com if you have some heat.
Only bring the heat, or don't bring it at all.
No fillers.
What'd you say?
All the heat.
All the heat.
Yep.
All right. Well, you guys enjoy yourself. I would have asked, have you ever been to Detroit before? But I guess you kind of have been here, huh? All right. Good luck. Keep in touch. Hey, I'm going to put that on the radio station, okay? Okay. Yep. That I'll never play. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, and we are in the Submerge, the center of Detroit Techno, with who?
Limited Network.
Couldn't have said it better myself. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. We are right here in Submerge, the record shop, the center of Detroit Techno, talking to the who's who and where they from. And as that song say, where you from, who you with, where you from, who you with, where you from, who you with, where you from,
LA.
where you from,
Brooklyn.
who you with. You with T. Carlita? What? How about that? Anyway, so is it, hey, I like that shirt.
Thank
You been to the donut shop?
I did go to the truck outside of Motor City 1 a couple years ago.
Cool. So this is not your first time here. Is this your first time in Detroit?
No, certainly not. Happy
Okay.
to be back.
How many times have you been here?
6.
5.
All right.
5th time.
You got to come back real quick so y'all can be even.
I know, exactly. He won up me last year I had a wedding.
I'm going to give you a trick. Just go on the other side of 8 Mile
Mm-hmm.
and then come
Come right
back.
back.
And then you will have left Detroit.
Okay.
And then you will have come back to Detroit all in the same day.
Sounds dope.
Save gas too.
We're doing that today, aren't we?
So tell me about techno. What's it do for you? What's the emotion? How does it feel to be in Submerge? Who wants to go first?
You got it.
Techno to me it's a continuation. It's of the evolution of music. It's a beautiful thing, It's taking all the roots of music and taking it to the next level, to the next frontier, last night I was just in a trance mentally, working through a lot of things that were on my mind subconsciously, and it helped me get into this other mindset of where do I need to go? Where do I need to propel myself in the future? And this music is very much always has been thinking about the future, and I think even the stuff that's over 30 years old feels the same as the stuff's coming out now. Just even it has that same kind of futuristic sound where it could be thousands of years from now or hundreds of years from now. And I'm a futurist, so I like Detroit techno music. I always support Detroit techno music and Detroit hip hop. Jay Dilla, R.I.P.
Most deaf, most deaf. So how about you? Come on over here in this camera.
Slide on over to the
Scoot
side.
him over a little bit. Switch it up. What you got?
All right, what does techno mean to me? I mean, I think it's a continuation of evolution of dance music, or even starting off with R&B, pulling into disco, and taking what resources you have and creating something new. And it's opportunity for folks to come together that from all over the world. It's a beautiful gift, and keeps me in shape because I don't like to go to the gym. So
that part.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be inside of Submerge, that I call the center of Detroit techno? How does it feel to you to be here in this space?
I think it's just a beautiful thing to see folks come from all over the world and pay their respects, because I think people don't always pay attention to the history where things came from. And they just think about the here and now. And I think you got to stick with your roots. Still push forward, but do your research.
Foundation is key. Well, listen, you enjoy yourself. I'm going to see you on the dance floor, I'm sure, at some point in time in life. I can get down. I bet you can get down too, can't you?
Let's get it.
We both in shape. We got this. We can do this. We can do a little something. All right, you guys enjoy your stay, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us right here on In My House Techno Music Show. This is T. Carlita, where the true stories are told, and great music is definitely always played.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
Thanks, Charles, for letting me use your gardening supplies. I'll make sure I put it back in the garage. Man, tending to that lawn is a lot of work.
Tell you the truth, Jim, I'm more concerned about keeping this house.
What's going on?
Well, Sarah lost her job 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Since we lost that income, the bills have been piling up, and we're so far behind. I don't want to lose the house because of back taxes. I don't know what to do.
I understand. The same thing happened to my sister and her husband when he lost his job. Do you know that the Wayne County Treasurer has plans and programs to help people stay in their homes?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, go to www.treasure.waynecounty.com to see if you qualify.
Say that again.
www.treasure.waynecounty.com.
Got it.
Who are you?
I'm John Talaga, and I live half of my time in Detroit and the other half in Bay City, Michigan.
Awesome. So is this how many times have you been to Submerge?
Oh gosh, I'm friends with a lot of the people at Submerge, so quite a bit. And yeah, it's kind of it's my neighborhood hang here.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you for saying hi to us and speaking to our viewers. And you enjoy the rest of your stay, and happy Techno Christmas.
Thank you. You too.
All right. So tell me your name.
My name is Mark Reeder.
Mark Reeder. So where are you from?
I'm English. I'm from Manchester, but I don't live in Manchester. I live in Berlin.
You're in Berlin now?
Like 45 years.
Okay, so really you're a Berlinian now.
I'm a Berliner. Ich bin ein Berliner.
All right. So is this your first time to Detroit?
It actually is my first time to Detroit. It's not the first time to America. I've been to America a lot of times. I never made it to Detroit.
Okay.
Dimitri Hageman from Tresor, he always tried to get me to come, but every time we wanted to come to Detroit, it fell on my mother's birthday. And my mother being an old lady, I couldn't kind of just go to Detroit and have fun and go partying and everything while she's old. So I never made it until I had to wait until she passed.
Okay.
And then she gave me the gift of like being able to come here.
Awesome.
So finally I got here.
So what does it feel like to be inside of Submerge?
It's like going to Mecca.
Wow.
Right? It's like this is where the gestation of techno started. This is the womb of techno. Yeah, this place. And without Berlin, we wouldn't probably have a global techno movement, right? But this is where it all started, and this is the most significant place, right? It's like if you believe in some kind of religion, you want to go there where it all happens, sort of thing. And this is for me. This is what my religious experience here, to be able to come to see Mike in his natural environment. It's for me just more than a pleasure.
Wow, I am so happy that you're here.
It's a religious experience. I actually came here to show my movie. I made a movie about it, Berlin in the 80s, before the techno era started, right?
Wow.
So that people can get to understand how the platform was created for techno to be able to unleash itself upon the rest of the world, because here in Detroit it wasn't really going anywhere, like people were really interested, yeah. But when it went to Berlin, it happened to appeared at the right moment in history, right? The Berlin Wall came down, and all the kids in the eastern Berlin, they wanted to hear something which didn't have anything to do with the state, because prior to that, all the music was owned by the state. It was governed by the communists, right? They wanted to be free. And that suddenly, with this newfound freedom, they wanted to have a new soundtrack which represented that liberation of freedom, that moment of happiness, that moment of being alive, right? And that music was techno. And we wanted to make sure everybody understood what it felt like to be free. And we had to transport that outside of Germany and outside of the Berlin,
I'm an emotional person, but just hearing you share the story and talk about it, it just really, I get speechless when I hear people talk about the relationship with Detroit and the relationship with Berlin and the relationship with the music and the appreciation for what we do here. And for me to be standing here and just listening to you say that being here is like being at Mecca, that's powerful.
You know what I mean? It's that concentration. It's not just like the religious experience, or whatever. It's the positive energy. It's the love and the power of that makes it what it is, right? And it's something that we all need to transport to everywhere around the world, so that on the dance floor we're all unified. That's what Berlin represented, right? East and West came together and unified on the dance floor. The reunification of Germany happened on the dance floor before any politicians decided it was going to happen, right? And
gotta love them too, right?
And that has to be, it's a universal thing, right? When you're dancing in a club or on a festival or anything like that, it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what kind of car you drive, if you have a college education or whatever. It doesn't matter, because you're all dancing to the same music, right?
Right.
And the feeling is a mutual feeling, and that feeling is always a feeling of happiness, right?
Yes.
Of joy.
Yes.
And that is how the future should be in the 21st century, right? We should be looking for that, really, and my movie it's called B Movie. My movie. It's not available on Netflix. You can't see it on Netflix. You can only watch it when I'm showing it. Right?
Okay.
But this film, it kind of shows the attitude that we had in Berlin in the 80s, and the approach to the music, and the balance between the commercial world and the underground world. Our underground resistance, as we had back then, was all about making music with like things you found on a building site, as opposed to having proper instruments.
Right.
And we kind of like learnt how to do these things, like how to make parties and how to make kind of events and things, we learned these things. There was nobody to tell us how to do it. We just created it. Dimitri Hageman from Tresor, he created an Atonal festival, and it was just something completely like off the wall, right? Yeah. And these were the stepping stones to giving techno from Detroit the kind of platform that it so dearly needed. And when you look at the connection between, I'm from Manchester originally. You know, I was part of the Factory Records thing, Joy Division. And all that, right?
Okay.
And I went to Berlin, and Manchester is very much like Detroit. You know, it was a big, rich, powerful city that fell into disrepute and became derelict, and everybody got homeless and whatever, and no jobs, no future and stuff. And from that came punk rock,
right?
From that place, and then you had someone like Iggy Pop from Detroit.
Iggy Pop, yes.
Iggy Pop from Detroit. You know, he made a record with David Bowie in Berlin.
Wow, yeah.
And you know, Bowie living in Berlin, he made he made 2 albums in Berlin, and he made 2 albums with Iggy Pop in Berlin, and Iggy Pop brought Detroit into the mix right back then, right? So it all hangs together. Manchester, Detroit, and Berlin. It's the holy trinity.
That's right. Well, I so appreciate you talking with me and sharing your history, rich musical history, and welcome to Detroit.
Thank you.
And please,
it's been obviously an enlightening experience, and I've really enjoyed myself. Right? It's like, you know, I've always wanted to come here, and finally I made it, and it's really, you know, it's been really, really good.
Thank you so much, and welcome to Detroit. This will not be your last trip, I'm sure.
Certainly will.
We got you now.
You got me. You're damn right.
All right.
Thank you
so much. You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. There are payment plans available to help save your property. Visit our website at treasurer.waynecounty.com or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com for further information. We're here to help.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
All right, we are back, and we are here at Submerge, the center of Detroit techno, right here in the record shop. And who do we have today?
We have Marty Max in the building.
Marty Max in the building. He's my son, by the way. So listen, how's it feel to be at Submerge right here during Techno Christmas time?
Oh, this is amazing. You know, I always grew up on this music. I love the music. And this is the place to be. This is the time of the year where we all get together and enjoy the music, enjoy the DJs, enjoy the dancing. And you know how it is.
Thank you. So, you know, you are a long time lover of the music. Can you share with everybody how you got introduced to the music?
Well, you know, it was in the household, you know, when you grow up with someone like yourself and you know, just in the neighborhood and just hearing the music, watching the videos, you know, New Dance Show was always one of the things I used to love to watch. So the music was just always around me.
And you get it from your mama.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I get it from my mama. I got it honest. Couldn't help it.
So can you say, this is Marty Max and you are in my house?
This is Marty Max and I am in my house. Hosted by T. Carlita, a.k.a. my mama. I feel funny saying T. Carlita.
All right, have fun. Hey, I want to see you on the dance floor again. Don't be talking about I don't dance no more. Oh, he gave me that side eye. I can see the side eye under the glasses. Don't make me pull out my sword.
Oh. Please don't.
Okay. All right. That's family fun, y'all. Family fun. All right. We are here with DJ right now. What's up, man?
What's going on, Tina?
You know I love to smile. So what's in the bag, man? What you got?
Picked up a couple things.
Mm-hmm. Adding to your vinyl collection.
Yes.
Oh man.
Motown.
Yep.
And you are?
Yeah. That's the way to start.
Yeah. I like what I heard. He played it for me, so I'm appreciative of him playing it for me.
So we had a good time at the live stream, but next year I'm gonna be ready because for all y'all folks that were saying fix your sound, Tina, he helped me. I'm gonna be right next year. Don't worry. You know we're gonna get it right, right?
Definitely.
That's what we do.
Definitely.
Just keep smiling, man. That's all I want right here. See this right here. I'm doing like Vanna White. That smile. I love this guy. All right, have fun. Enjoy the city. So how's it feel to be in Submerge? Cause is it your first time in here?
My first time. I actually went to the wrong building. I went to
Down
the one upstairs.
Oh, that's the exhibit.
Yeah,
that's-
and I ran into Lady Monex.
Oh.
And she was like, "Oh my
You like
God!"
that?
So she was like, "It's down the street in the basement." So this is my first time.
Hey, this is when I tell you the world comes to Detroit. This is like first stop, as you can see.
Definitely. Straight underground for real.
The way we like it.
But I got me a couple bangers out of here.
There you go. And you gonna come over my house and play them or something?
I can.
We're gonna make that happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
Good.
No worries.
All right, this is T Carlita right here with DJ right now. Y'all stick with him. Follow him. He got some good heat for y'all. He got some bangers. I get speechless when he smiles, y'all. I just do. That smile just melts me. All right, have fun.
I appreciate you.
All right. This is T Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. We are right here at Submerge in the center of Detroit Techno. So, tell me your name.
I'm Eric Yaz, a DJ producer from DC.
Okay.
And first time in basically this beautiful museum and record label, Submerge. And one of the reasons I came here, yeah, because of here and movement, definitely. And I'm super happy.
Nice. So I see you got some stuff in the bag. You got some good finds?
Yes. I was looking for some different records from for Carl Craig, for Gary Martin, and I found them, and I'm super happy for my purchases. Yeah.
Nice. So listen, welcome to Detroit. Have fun and enjoy your stay. Don't let this be your last, right?
Sure, definitely. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you too.
Thank you.
All righty. So who are you and where are you from?
I am Daniel Bowen, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I just love this guy because he's from Minneapolis, and y'all can see the purple going on. He's got that purple glow all over him right now, and y'all know why I love purple. Minnesota has a lot to do with that. So listen, you're hanging out. Is this your first time in Detroit?
It really is. The first time in about 25 years. I was in a rock band back then, and then we played here, and so it's been since then.
Okay, so this is your first Techno Christmas experience?
My first Techno Christmas, absolutely.
So you came Christmas shopping, I see.
We certainly did.
What's in the bag?
Some really great stuff. I've got some great 12 inches from.
I'll help you out.
You bet. Thank you. There's a lot to grab here. I've got some stuff from Underground Resistance, a few on that label. I've got what all do we have here? We've got something from the Fit label, drummer from Detroit, which has a lot of Afro-Cuban influences, which I'm always into stuff with more of a funky beat. And this was just a recommendation that I haven't heard yet, and I'm not sure. And I bought this one because it's got a bat on the label.
Oh, Universal Shift is by Soiree label.
Oh yeah, okay, that's
Soiree
right.
Records. You're gonna love that.
All good stuff. And then
I see you got a book in here.
I got a big, beautiful book called 3131 Love Affair with Electronic Music from Detroit. And this is going to help me fill all the gaps for the local scene that I need to fill in.
I'm in that book.
You're in this book, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. It's a beautiful book. I looked at the copy that was at the desk, and it's just gorgeous.
You're gonna love that. You're gonna learn a lot of Detroit history in that. So tell me, what's it feel like? Your first Techno Christmas? Wait a minute. You said you were in a rock band.
That's right.
So how'd you move from rock to techno?
I've always loved both. I mean, to me they were mutually not exclusive. And I grew up in the early 80s, and so there was a lot of punk bands that started making dance music. And there were a lot of dance people that were going punk. And so, like everybody, I heard Kraftwerk records and went bananas for that. So I've always loved electronic music and always made it on a low level, but my band got in the way of doing that, and we played a lot of rock and roll for a good long time.
Well, you enjoy your stay in Detroit. Have fun. Enjoy Techno Christmas. Enjoy your record finds. And I'm sure you'll be back to buy more and more records in the future. I'm almost certain of it.
I think this is an annual comeback event for me.
All right. What's your name?
I am Claudius,
Claudius, where are you from?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Is this your first time in Detroit during Techno Christmas?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what's it feel like?
Better than Christmas.
So, what is it about Submerge? Is it your first time in Submerge also?
The second time.
Second time. Okay.
Yesterday was my first.
So, what's the vibe like for you?
It's raw. It's real.
All right. Who am I standing here with?
Nilofar.
Where are you from, Nilo?
We're coming right over from DC and to visiting Detroit and Techno City Movement Festival.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far?
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. Actually, I come with my fiance. He's a producer and DJ, so I love it here more.
So, have you been? Is this your first time?
Yeah, for my first time. I really love it.
That's right. All right, this is T. Carlita coming to you from Submerge, the center of Detroit Techno. And we're hanging out in a record shop, just seeing who's here, seeing who's in town, meeting a few people. And who am I meeting today?
My name is Alex Mayello, and I'm from Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
So what brings you to Detroit besides Techno Christmas, right?
It's Techno Christmas for the most part, but also, getting around to all the hallowed ground places, like this, obviously had to make time to come here and some of the side parties and have friends playing and, the whole thing.
Have you been to Detroit before, or have you been to Techno Christmas before?
I have not been to Techno Christmas, but I've been to Detroit. And of course, like the first time I came, like a lot of people, I didn't know what to expect, because there are 100 different Detroits, right? And I left probably more confused than when I came.
Well, I hope you can figure it all out before you leave this time, right?
I mean that in the best possible way, because it was just, there's so much stuff that I wanted to learn more about. And so I went home and did, read everything and learned everything I could. And then I was like, well, I'll just have to come back for movement.
Awesome. So tell me your experience here at Submerge. Now, is this your first time inside of Submerge?
It is, yeah. And like probably a lot of people, we pulled up out front and thought, are we even in the right place? And thankfully there's some people sitting outside and we're like, is this it? And they're like, yeah, go on inside.
So what was the first experience when you walked through the door? What went through your bones?
Well, what went through my bones is I always love, I make music myself, and so I love seeing the old gear. I love gear is boring. I write for gear magazines. Gear is boring, but what you do with gear is not boring. And so when you come in and you see things like not just the 909 and the 707 and the Poly 6 and all those things that are on the wall there, but you know what music was made with those things in particular, the story behind not the 909, but that 909. That's something that, took me a little, I felt like I'd gone to church.
I hear you. Yeah. That somebody else said one time. It was a guy here from France, and he says, I felt like I was in church.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt about it. And we're going to go back up there and look around, but I'm here writing a piece on why this scene is like one of the great underreported DIY scenes in the history of music. And when you go upstairs and you walk into a place and you see all this memorabilia, but then you also see a guy lathing vinyl in the back. It's like, this really is an all-in-one thing. It's such a brilliant DIY situation, and it's endlessly inspiring to hear about it, read about it, and of course now be here.
Well, we are happy to have you. Enjoy your stay, and anything that I can help you with your story, feel free to reach out. Let me know. I'll help you out.
I love it. We'll trade.
Definitely.
We'll trade. That sounds good.
Sounds good to me. I got a new journalistic buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
So who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Chabo. Hi.
And where are you from?
From Berlin, Germany.
So I know it's Techno Christmas and all, but tell me, what do you do over in Berlin?
I'm working at the building where the Tresor Club is in. We are doing something else. We are doing events, but we're working together with the club, of course.
Awesome. So how many times have you been to Detroit?
It's my first time.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to assume it. So how's it feel to be in Detroit?
Cool, very cool, very cool. Weather is fine, actually. This morning I was at Motown. I liked it, and I was yesterday at the festival, and it was really good. I like it.
So I see you been digging in the crates, huh?
Yeah.
What you got?
I have John Dixon here, and I have Timeline. And I wanted to check out a little bit more of Underground Resistance, especially of this Timeline sampler. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I find it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wish you luck on that. So enjoy yourself, have fun, hang out, find some wonderful records. And hey, next time I'm in Berlin, I'm going to find you.
Yes. I'm upstairs.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, so who do I have here with me?
Hi, I'm Raphael. We're from Germany, and we're here for the Movement Festival originally, but we also wanted to see some of Detroit, of the techno history.
Awesome, and you are?
Ryan, his dad.
Dad. Okay, so what are you into, sir?
Sorry?
You make music? You DJ?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I produce and I'm a DJ. This is my label, Records, and yeah, I'm trying to kind of build my career doing what I love and trying to make that my destiny of where I'm trying to go.
Is this your first time in Detroit?
Yes, in Detroit, first time, yeah.
Welcome to Detroit, man. So how's it feel to be inside of Submerge?
It's crazy. You get to kind of experience all of the history of the Detroit techno, and yeah, you are able to suck that in. That's amazing.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
All right, this is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. We are hanging out at Submerge, the center of Detroit techno. And this guy is legendary, icon, moves powerfully in silence. This is Mr. Ron Cook. Ron, what's up? What up, though, Ron?
It's my pleasure.
Listen, I've been hearing about you so very much. So tell us a little bit about Ron. Who's Ron?
Well, I'm the one that started out with Wine Atkins, Metroplex, and we moved on, you know, records here and there. Now we moving harder.
Okay.
You know, I'm getting up in age, and we about to put it out.
Nice. So, you know, you've been watching this movement and you've been around since the beginning. How does it feel, even so many years later, to see the outpour of people that come to Submerge?
It's a blessing. It's a real. Matter of fact, it geeks me up and puts me into my music harder. You know what I'm saying? At one time, I kind of was gonna give it up. You know, things change when you get older, work and this and that. But no.
Wow.
No.
So over the years, can you just tell us about one of those aha moments? Like, don't give it a thought, right quick. Give me one of those aha moments with you being in the business. Share one of those days with us, or moments.
Me DJing down there, just coming out of Pershing High School at the Prima Donna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at the Prima Donna. Jeff Mills, the Wizard.
Okay.
Radio. That's when I came in. I played on every radio station there was. Electrifying Mojo.
Wow.
Charles Johnson.
Yes.
My partner.
Wow. Ron, you are the gatekeeper, and you've been holding it down for years and years. And it's truly an honor to speak to you today. It's truly an honor to stand in this sacred space. You know, throughout every time when I talk to somebody, they say that when they come to Submerge, they feel like they came to Mecca. They feel like they've come to church, and they talk about the spiritual vibe. Talk a little bit about that.
Same thing as you said. Mike been on me for the longest. He kept telling me, Cook, man, come on. And common sense. Here I am.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time. And listen, when you finish what you doing on here, can I have it?
Definitely.
He already told me he's gonna blow my speakers up. All right.
No doubt.
Thank you. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, where the true stories are told and great music is played. And we are right here hanging out at Submerge, the center of Detroit techno.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.